Watched any football recently, guys? Me and the cat have been celebrating Grimsby Town's success. Meow, meow, meow. Man United are trash. Man United are trash. Down with United. Down with United. Oh, sorry, mate. Alright, peace. Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host, Jan. I hope you're doing well. Really do hope that. I tell you what, guys. We're going to speak about freaking Nkunku to Milan, Jackson to Bayern, freaking Garnacho to Chelsea, all that transfer fun. This is the transfer window. But there was a historic moment last night. Grimsby Town eliminated Manchester United from the League Cup. And even though I covered this whole situation properly on the second channel, this whole situation, sorry, I'm just giddy with excitement, I can't even speak properly. I have to it would be remiss of me not to mention it here. I was at Chelsea 7, Grimsby Town 1, and when was it? 2018 or 19 at the Bridge. It was Hudson-Odoi scored, Zuma, I think. It was Reece James's first goal. I had a lovely time. I had a lovely time. I was in the East Stand. I was near the Grimsby Town fans, who were a threatening bunch, and it was a great vibes. It was an evening game. I think the ticket cost me like 15 quid or something. Great time. I might have had a better time last night watching Man United on TV. Oh, just superb scenes. Lovely stuff. And yeah, I did cover it on the second channel, Football Yannick. I daily content on there, non-Chelsea stuff, and it's just a wonderful opportunity to talk about these footballing stories like that. But we are here to talk the Chelsea.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy talk. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought.
A little bit of an intro for you there. Yeah, a little wind up, what you can expect in this morning's video. Time of recording is just about 10 past 10. We'll speak about Bayern Munich and Nico, would it be alone? We'll speak about Christopher Nkunku. Could be going full tutto bene, mi chiamo Cristo. La donna beve l'acqua. That's Italian. To Milan, a well-trodden path now from Chelsea to Milan, that the path is just like eroding away. Personal terms done, apparently. And then we'll talk about because there's a Champions League draw later, because we're an elite football club. We'll talk about the pots. I'll tell you who's in what pot. That will be the end segment of this video. So yeah, man, strap yourselves in. Thank you as always for supporting the content, for liking and subscribing. That's nice of you. Everyone's welcome here. We're a friendly bunch here on Football Therapy. So a wonderful community that we've cultivated. So why not subscribe, mate? Also, there's a hype button now. Obviously, it's a new call to action down here somewhere. You swipe across comments or click it, and there'll be a hype button. If you hype the video, it helps me out as a content creator. If you think Jan's a good guy, I think he should have more exposure on YouTube. Let's see if we can help him out. Press the hype button. Hype. Alright, what should we start with? Let's do a little bit of Bayern Munich. So Naz wrote on the Bubuka, Nizar, the consular on the BBC, and this is published this morning, so this is fresh, hot off the press. Oh, it's so hot. Yesterday we explained how Jadon Sancho's future, interesting start, is linked to Tariq George. Roma buying a winger. And a similar situation is developing with Nico Jackson and Christopher Nkunku, of which both are Chelsea players. Both players are being allowed to explore options to leave Stamford Bridge, but due to the late nature of transfer windows, much of the interest has been over loan moves. Sort yourselves out, mate. Just buy players, yeah? Put your hand in your pockets. Stop this silly loan business. Sort yourselves out, huh? There is also only one international loan slot left. This is very pertinent because you're only allowed to do 6 overseas loan. And of course, the latest we saw was Aaron Anselmino securing himself a loan to Borussia Dortmund. Carney Chukwuemeka went over there on a permie, and Aaron followed him Great move for him, really. It shows that Chelsea have great belief in Anselmino because they didn't do an option or an obligation to buy. It's a straight dry loan, takes up one of our very valuable loan spots considering we have a literal army of players. So he must be thinking, okay, cool, they believe in me, which is nice. So that means Chelsea are trying to sell both Nico and Nkunku at the same time, while also getting multiple suitors chancing their arm to take the last loan spot available. So yeah, the potential suitors, the landing spots for both Jackson and Nkunku will be like, they do have one loan spot left. Could it be us? I mean, it will be someone. You know, Chelsea will absolutely exercise their sixth loan spot because it's just our vibes. At the moment, it looks like Bayern Munich may get the opportunity to sign Jackson on an initial loan, but negotiations continue over whether to include an option to buy or make it an obligation. Those talks are no doubt emboldened by the situation around Nkunku, who's reportedly got some interest with Milan. We'll speak about that in just a moment. The situation with Nkunku remains complicated. He wants to play at a Champions League club. He's got a high salary, but we have been led to believe that Christo will lower his salary demands so he can get a good club move. I mean, Milan's still like AC Milan. I know he's super suited to Bundesliga football, and actually, incidentally, I think Nico Jackson will be excellent in the Bundesliga, running into that space. Deceptively fast Jackson, loves space. I think he'll do great out there. I wonder how Nkunku would do in Serie A. Probably quite good, just because it's a weaker league. But, yeah, it's Milan, like, it's still sexy to play for Milan. Do you know what I mean? Like, loads of Champions Leagues, like, Scudetto winners, you know, iconic shirt. You know, Modric has just gone there, which is quite fun. They're broke boys. They don't spend that much money. And boy, do we know it as a club that always sells to them, gives them bargains all the ruddy time, mate. But I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Oh, what a silly situation I've landed in. Yeah, so Nkunku moving permanently would, of course, help Jackson to get this loan move. But it will be a loan move, yeah, that I think will have to have an obligation. And obviously, we'll only have domestic loans left, which means the likes of Raheem Sterling, who, by the way, Chelsea probably, if they see an international loan spot for Raheem, like a Juventus or someone, they'll be like, well, that's a solution for a big problem. So they'll also probably be considering that. Look, Chilwell, I think, will want to stay in the Prem. Disassi will have to try and sell permanently. Tariq George is a huge one as well because he was being linked to Leipzig. That would be a great loan for him. Tautro Fofana and Gilchrist, we should just try and sell. But, you know, you get domestic loans for all those guys as well, which means internally in the Premier League. Just to finish on Jackson, I'm reading £10 million. We spoke about it yesterday, loan fee, which is like, 13 million euros, which is like serious peas, you know, it's good. And if there's an obligation, say for 55 million on top, that's a 65 million, say, pound acquisition for third choice Nkunku, getting my wires crossed, Nico Jackson, which means you're doubling your money on him, you got good value out of him while you played him. Chelsea got better while he was here. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, I know many of you are still Jackson believers. I am as well, in many ways. But I've just sort of come to terms with, you know, where the flow of transfers is going, and I've made peace with it, because why always swim against the current? You know? Go with it. Go with the flow. Namaste. You can't stop the waves, but you can learn to surf, as John Kabat-Zinn once said. Qui vivra verra, and all my other tattoos. Right. So what are we saying? Nkunku. He's agreed personal terms with Milan. There's your headline. Nkunku agrees Milan move. Because he has. Personal terms have been complete. And this is coming from Big Fab Romano. And he knows transfers. And he knows Italy. Because he is an Italian that says, here we go, whenever there's a transfer. I imagine he also goes down big green pipes and chases a blonde princess. Allegedly. Is she blonde, Princess Peach? Don't know. Does he have a brother called Luigi? I mean, I should have really... Is this inappropriate? Right. Yes, so he's agreed personal terms, which is fun, which is good. And like I said, Milan's a good loaning spot. But it means we're going to get ripped off. So we've all seen it coming. I mean, I think we got a good fee for Tomori. He did well there, a goodish fee, but it's pure profit in it. But, you know, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, Giroud probably. They've had their pants down a few times. But because it's sort of out of sight, out of mind, you're not selling it to a direct Premier League rival. It's a little bit easier to stomach, so we'll take that. Now, I'm going to read an article of L'Équipe, and I think it's bonne information parce que c'est une publication française. Le joueur en question, c'est un joueur français, Christopher Nkunku. Il est un homme français. My God, my French is terrible at the moment. So yes, he's a French player, so therefore I trust L'Équipe, the French publication. Right, and I'm not going to read it in French and translate it because it would take us 30 minutes, so I've done Google Translate on the article, and therefore I apologise for any poor translation, because the truth is, and it hurts me to say this, but French is a very, very silly language. It's very silly. It's very silly, so with that, it might sound, hopefully it's okay. So Chelsea and Milan are expected to finalise a deal for the transfer of the French international Christopher Nkunku this Thursday. Heck, that's today. Nkunku's agreed terms, deal today. There's your headline. Come on down. Get the deal done. Coveted by Bayern Munich, yes, true, and Leipzig, of course, with whom he had a contractual agreement. Okay. Christopher Nkunku, 27, could bounce back at AC Milan. The Italian club and Chelsea are close to finding common ground between a transfer, bearing in mind he's already agreed personal terms, wages with Milan. The Italian club and Chelsea can find a common ground, but a transfer between 40 and 45 million euros, and that includes bonuses. Excuse me. So, let's say it's 45 million euros. How much is that? Hold on. 38.81 million quid. Can we round up for fun? So if we get the maximum fee, 39 million pounds. So 39 million pounds is basically 40 million quid. 40 million quid was sort of fine. If we get that, it's probably not going to be that. But like, to Milan, the broke boys Milan in Serie A who don't have much money out in that league at the moment, if we get 40 million quid, best part of 40 million quid, after a sort of underwhelming 2 years at Chelsea, now we spent 50 million quid on him. It's probably nearly book value, right? Right? Question mark. And essentially you're alleviating yourself of some huge wages for a player that was purchased outside the wage structure, who doesn't fit the new and seemingly successful system of Enzo Maresca. Oh, I think this is kind of like one of those things that you all shake hands and say, yeah, that'll do. That'll do, mate. And we will see you later. I think we're going to get both of these deals done quite soon. And, of course, should we do that, you know what will follow? Almost, I don't think the Fermin Lopez things. I wonder if that's a bit of a smokescreen. I do wonder if... Oh, okay. Literally got the here we go. Here we go has been done. Here we go. Here we go. Caught it! I'm still recording! If you've watched it this long, and you've seen the here we go, and you're like, yeah, Jan doesn't know about the here we go. Jan doesn't know about the here we go. I know about the here we go. I caught it. I'm here. I'm alive. Fabrizio Romano, exclusive. Christopher Nkunku to Milan. Here we go. Milan and Chelsea are prepared to pay a fee in the region of 35 million euros. It's about 30 million quid then. 5-year contract agreed as revealed. Fine. Well, do you know what that means? Christopher Nkunku done to Milan. Xavi Simons should be on the blower. That should be done today as well. I genuinely think I feel, I hope, I believe that Xavi Simons can follow. Because that's 1 in, 1 out. And then the Garnacho thing is probably, I don't know, what, linked to Tyreek George? Squad space? You know? Question mark? Let me know how you feel. This is good. This is good. This means exit's done and new incomings can happen. And of course, I will cover that. So do keep it locked, guys. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. Very pleased to have them. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for hyping. Find it under the video. Hype the video. Hype me up. Hype me. Someone needs to hype me. And if you are interested in me laughing at Man United, go check out Football Yannick. Just search that on YouTube. Football Yannick. And I'm so close to 20k subs, man. Genuinely, like a few hundred off. So I'll be very, very gassed for that. So thank you for supporting all my content. Genuinely, for a moment, thank you. Very, very grateful and appreciative for all your continued support over the last 6 years. We're all friends, aren't we? Right. Take care. Peace.